Greetings. The following podcast may include stories featuring dumb people doing really dumb things, some nonsensical segments, and some saucy language. Consider yourself sufficiently warned. Now enjoy the show.
And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Ooh, welcome to Waffle Box, the podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. Coming up on episode 121, it's spooky season is upon us. We're going to be discussing what all the cool kids can be dressing up this year. Pennywise stalking some Scottish people? And Martin Scorsese scares the shit out of us by releasing another goddamn 5-hour movie. Plus much more. I'm Mike Fish, and I am joined as always by the main man from San Fran. It's Mr. Kush. Hey, Kush? Kush, you there, buddy? Kush?
Hey, man. How you doing? Yeah, I'm here. I know. I fucked around and caught a case of invisibility. So yeah, I'm here, but I don't want to talk about it. Producer Lathan, how you doing?
Hey, Kush. Happy Halloween. I see that you've come dressed as John Cena. Get it? Because we can't see you? Well, I better head out because my jokes aren't going to get any better than that.
No, that's pretty good. So,
oh my god, fuck you, man.
So, okay, for those listening to the audio version, Kush is apparently invisible right now. So, what's the backstory there?
So I got an email the other day from an old high school professor of mine, Dr. Kachionis. He used to work at the Genentech laboratories down in South San Francisco and invited me to be a part of this wild new technology display thing he was going to do. I don't understand this, folks, man. My name is Kush Hayes. Anyways, I got a little bored, as I do, and I wandered off, and I was like, I'm going to dip into one of these rooms here so I can smoke a bowl. And well, it said access restricted, and well, for all the right reasons. I don't know. I saw a big burst of white light, and then a couple hours had passed, and I woke up, and I thought everything was okay. I felt fine, like all of me was still there, but I could not see myself anymore. So I lost my clothes. That got awkward after a couple days, but honestly, the nudity feels freeing. It's a little difficult eating, a little difficult peeing, and then sleeping is also a problem because I can see through my eyelids. However, I can do the helicopter right now for everybody here. Check that out. You can't even see it. Oh my god! Oh god damn it! I'm hitting bottles everywhere. Son of a bitch.
So, right. Calm your penis down, Kush.
I can't control the serpent, okay? It has its mind of its own.
I mean, even though we can't see it, we know you're doing it. That's weird. Anyway, so are you gonna be all right through this show? Are we good?
I think we'll be okay, but I mean, look, I don't want to get YouTube community guidelines all confused. Like, clearly no one can see me. The camera can't see me, but I don't want, like, they keep hearing things about like monster girthy cock. So guess what? Let me assemble myself here, and let's just get into the show. But how was your weekend?
My weekend's all right. I mean, relatively speaking, mine was fantastic compared to yours. But I'm being an adult, just starting to fall is here.
It is.
For the first,
it was just April the other day.
For the first time this weekend, it was like where I left the house in the morning, and it's like, oh my god, it's so cold. So I lay it up, and then by around midday, it started getting really hot again. So I was sweating, so I had to shed the layers, and then by the time the sun started going down, it got cold again. So I put more layers on. It was just a miserable experience, and I hate it.
That's hilarious.
Nature could suck a big bag of dicks. Well, there you are. I can see you now. You got a vest
Yeah,
on. That's
it's,
very nice. You look
it's
like
just
an
it's my Dominic Toretto tank top. Yeah,
you
from
look like an
the
invisible
Dominic Toretto
redneck. It's very
collection.
nice. It's very chic.
How dare you?
But yeah, because I was gonna make some like this is like the most effort that I was gonna make for the Halloween special, where I was gonna wear my golden ghouls t-shirt,
Oh,
but it's the golden girls, they're zombies. But I'm sitting here in my house. It's very cold, and yeah, I'm at that cutoff point where I'm not putting the heating on. Screw that. I'm just gonna put a hoodie on. So I don't want to expose any part of my skin other than my face and my hands.
I'm a guy who also believes in just wear a goddamn sweater in the house. It's not that
Right?
hard. But what is your breaking point? Because even I do have one where I'm just like, yo, I cannot handle this. I need to be warm, even with my
It
sweater.
I guess it gets to the point where like, when you can see your own breath inside the house, that's jokes. No jokes now. This is ridiculous. Because that was a thing that happened today as well. I was sitting outside having my morning cigarette. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you. But it's that time of year
Don't do it.
when
It's
you
bad.
you never know when you're finished exhaling because that so
Mm,
is this the smoke or condensation coming out my mouth?
yeah, nope, been there, been there. We haven't had too many of those cold winters in San Francisco when I was a smoker, but we had enough of them. I know what that is.
You good there, buddy?
I'm almost done here. You just keep doing your thing, babe.
Oh my god, it's kind of freaky now. I think I preferred you naked. But
That's what she said.
hey. But yes, we've got plenty to talk about. Speaking of Halloween, we're gonna the first half of the real show is gonna be Halloween themed. We're gonna talk about costumes. Miami, Florida people doing weird shit again. Shocking.
Again.
Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much my story. Oh, also, I guess speaking of spooky season, right? So this is exciting. This is a nice hot topic to talk about. People love talking about this stuff. So tomorrow, I'm getting my flu shot because I'm getting old. It's good to get your flu shot. But then the local pharmacy, I'm not going to give them a plug unless they want to sponsor us. They were doing the whole just the combo things like, hey, do you want to get your COVID booster? And so I was like, fuck it, yeah, sure, why not? Why not? Throw it all in, mix it in a big pot, let's get it going. But then because what got me thinking, because do you remember when like Jesus Christ, it's very hard to concentrate with you bobbing up and down like this.
Just do
Um,
it, dude.
it's like it looks like you're giving the cameraman a blowy, but
Yeah, that's your problem.
and his treat. But yeah, so when they did that emergency service alert and everyone was like freaking out, it's like, oh yeah, once that alert goes off, everyone's gonna who said the COVID vaccine is gonna turn into zombies, right? So I figure if I get more COVID vaccines, right? Because I've already had it now. I'm too far gone. Time's up for me. I'm gonna be a
Sure.
zombie soon, apparently. So I
Maybe.
figured if I keep pumping my body full of COVID vaccines, then maybe,
Okay.
just maybe, when that time comes, I'll be like one of the stronger zombies, right? And then I'll be made their king, right? Because what's worse than being a zombie? One of the peon zombies. You want to be like one of the worker zombies. You want to
No,
be
you
one of the
don't.
guys sitting up, in the throne. I get people, other zombies to bring me brains. I don't break a sweat. Living the life of Riley. That's my plan. I think it's a good plan.
Okay. I don't know who Riley is, but why not?
Have you never heard that saying before? Living the life of Riley?
I Nope. I know a couple of Rileys, but I don't know this reference you speak of.
Maybe it's John C. Riley from
Hmm.
Anchorman. From Talladega Nights, I should say. What a guy. Oh, speaking of John C. Riley, did you see him? Him and Will Ferrell up on stage with SNOOPDOGG the other night?
Oh, are they friends again? I'm happy to hear that. They were mad at each other for a minute.
Oh, were they?
Or Will
Oh,
Ferrell was mad.
oh. I don't know, but yeah, they were up on stage with Snoop Dogg doing Boats and Hoes.
Okay, nice. Yeah, no. So there was a TV show on HBO. It got canceled this year. It was really good. I don't know why they canceled it after 2 seasons, but Winning Time, the story of the Lakers dynasty. It was an Adam McKay project, and he's usually partners with Will Ferrell. However, John C. Riley got the Dr. Jeffrey Buss, Jeremy Buss, Jonathan Buss, whatever. He got the part of a head manager of the Lakers, or the owner of the Lakers, and Will Ferrell took exception to that.
Oh, drama.
Dramatic, I know. Indeed.
Well, it's pretty petty. So maybe he just thought, you know what? Let's be bigger. Because I knew he had a beef with Adam McKay, right? Because that's why they broke up their production company.
Mm-hmm. And it was because of the Winning Time series.
Son of a bitch. Just be friends.
It's a great series, by the way.
I've never watched it. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it advertised on it's on Max, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've saw it. Maybe. Is it funny?
It's funny. It's poignant. It's dramatic. My biggest complaint is they do this bullshit where sometimes we're watching it in crystal clear 4K, and then they do this shit where they put a VHS filter on it, and then they put an 8mm filter on it where you get the reams up the side, and it's like, this is bullshit, guys. If you want to do a documentary, do a documentary. Otherwise, show me the goddamn show uninterrupted, undistracting. However, me being in the land of minority, most people seem to enjoy that whole gimmick.
Well, it takes you back, doesn't it, to the olden days, makes it a bit more realistic.
Not at all.
No. Okay.
No. If you're a realistic filmmaker and you start seeing the lines of your 8mm film, I'm sorry, I don't know what they're called, the grooves, the holes, the frames of the frame, something's wrong with your goddamn film. This was not a thing when 8mm was in its heyday. Like, you did not want to see that shit. So anyways, Winning Time, 5 out of 5. Wish they did more.
Last little bit before we head into this week's top stories. Apparently, yours truly could be breaking into the old professional bowling league soon. I could be,
Oh, I like that.
No matter who you are, I am, or what you think I am. Well, I can't remember what that guy said. But because I was at like some swanky apartment building, or whatever it's called, and they have like part of the amenities. They have like a bowling alley with a couple of lanes in there.
Oh, fancy lads.
So I decided, you know what? I'm bored. I'll throw some balls. And after I did 3 or 4 goes at it, games, whatever they're called, because you have like 10 frames in a game, and I did 4 games. And by the end of it, I scored 164, right? Which I looked up on Google. And apparently, according to some source on Google, 100, right around about 160ish. That's like your average league player. And I was just fucking around for like 30 minutes, and I'm already as good as a league player. I should.
All right, mate.
You could be seeing me this time next year. I'll be on like ESPN4, the professional bowling,
the Quattro
Federation,
that'd be great.
The World Bowling Federation. I don't know.
Dude, I'll be your biggest fan. I'll sell all your merchandise.
Appreciate it. And apparently someone who knows way more than I do about the bowling, who was there, he told me that apparently I threw a turkey. Do you know what?
That's 3 strikes in a row. 3
strikes in a row. Boom.
Yeah, man, that's pretty dope. That's not easy to do.
I'll tell you what, though, I know why bowlers get their own balls rather than using the community balls. Because there's never the ones the right weight or with the right hole size. My fucking thumb, sore as a bitch.
Yeah, I bet.
But still,
the holes are too fall apart, or like, yeah, I get it. I understand. I like bowling, but yeah, I've done it enough that I like, my hand hates this, and it hates using the community balls, and we don't care about this that much to actually do a custom ball.
Nobody likes fingering community balls. That's the moral of the story. Anywho, it's now time to get into the meat and potatoes of this week's show. It's into some spooky season. Lathan, it's now time to hit the music for this week's top stories.
It's now time for this week's top stories.
Yes, spooky season is upon us. Halloween's going to be Halloween this time next week. We did. Unfortunately, we know these episodes drop on a Wednesday and Halloween falls on a Tuesday, so we're only almost a full week away from Halloween. But you can't have a Halloween special after Halloween. That's just weird. So here we are, and I thought
Here we are.
So I was like looking up, right? Because people are talking about like what costumes to wear, and I'm not gonna fucking dress up. I'm a 38-year-old man with no kids. Why the fuck am I dressing up like a weirdo? But I wanted to see what was trending these days. So I found this article online, and it had like the 30 best couples costumes, right? There's apparently a big trend these days. Not these, I know couples costumes have been a trend for a while now, but these ones are trending in particular, whatever, what I'm saying, right? And this is ridiculous, right? So I picked my favorite 6, and I'm going to describe them to you in that.
Okay. Oh, fun.
Because this is like no expense spared, my friends, right? So there is apparently The Incredibles are back in the trends.
Okay.
Do you remember The Incredibles?
For sure. Yeah, they just had a sequel like 5 years ago.
Yeah, so why wouldn't that be the hot topic these days, right? But so
that became that original. I'm sorry to interrupt. That original movie though became a whole family spectacle. Like families dressed as the Incredibles when they got the kids at the appropriate age. Like they fucking love that shit. So none of this so far. None of this surprises me.
But this outfit, right? So it's obviously for a couple. So the man, Mr. Incredible and Mrs. Incredible, I guess was her name, if I remember correctly. So they're just literally Elastigirl. There we go. They're literally just red T-shirts with the Incredibles logo on.
Oh,
and then
lame.
These masks, these black masks that look like Adam West would have been embarrassed to wear these when he was Batman. Like they look so cheap and terrible. And I was like ready to just rip the shit out of this. And then I found out that $9.50 for both together. Worth every penny on that one. So that's you can get that on Amazon. Then it just gets weird. How would you and your loved one like to dress up as a deer and a hunter? Apparently that's off topic.
Are you kidding? Wow.
Yeah.
This is the Bambi.
Wow, that would be kind of weird. But no,
it's already weird,
I guess. But yeah, it's just exactly what you think it is. There's a guy dressed as a hunter, and the woman of the relationship is dressed as a deer. $77 combined. You can be I'm assuming the gun's not involved, but
probably not gonna involve. But the lady is dressed as a deer. Yes. And it's only one lady. It doesn't involve two ladies. We're just like
one
lady is the front legs, and one lady is the hind legs.
That's far too highbrow for this list. No, this is just yeah. Okay. Although to be fair, I'm assuming, not to be judgmental here, but I'm assuming if you're gonna go dressed as Halloween as a deer and a hunter, I'm assuming you probably already own a gun, so you don't need to worry about that. Next one. This one's terrible. This one's really Bob Ross. Remember Bob Ross? Everyone loves Bob Ross. What a guy with
the painter
painting his happy trees. Oh, look at that! Look, it's gonna put in have a little tree in there. Oh, this is amazing. Mm-hmm. Now you're wondering how the hell can this be a couple's costume? It's a pretty good question if you ask me. So the Bob Ross outfit is literally just a fake afro.
Sure.
And the picture did not do a service. I'm assuming it's a fake mustache, but it just literally looks like, when at a party, when you was at school or college and someone would fall asleep and someone would get like a Sharpie and draw a beard on someone's face?
Yes, I do.
It looks like that. It just looks like
Thankfully never that
someone's
guy.
taken like a Sharpie or a biro and just drawn on this poor person's face for the mustache or the beard, whatever.
If
And then,
at best case scenario, you got a mustache drawn on your face.
probably, yeah, they are worse.
Oh,
But then
I've seen it.
you're wondering, where does the woman come involved in this? So the woman's outfit is just literally like a piece of cloth that drapes over them. It's like a poncho almost, but instead of a really nice stick, it just looks like a really bad oil painting. So the woman has to just walk around with her arms stretched out. I am an easel. Like, imagine that. Like, how are you going to convince your loved one, hey, I'm going to be Bob Ross for Halloween? Well, what am I going to be? You're going to be a fucking wooden easel.
Yeah, that's
love
some
you.
sort of exhibitionist thing where you're like, oh shit, you check out Frank's girlfriend's side boob. She has amazing, bro. I don't know what she's thinking, but all right.
That's a good point. Who doesn't love a bit of side boobage?
Side boob was great.
Do you know what the only thing better than a side boob is?
Under boob.
Under boob. Boom. Correct.
Under
Thank
boob's
you.
pretty awesome.
Boob is great. It's like you're supposed to be able to see that bit of the boob. Because normally, if you see like a bit of cleavage is nice, but it's top boob. Everyone sees top boob. You see top boob all the time.
Everyone sees top boob. Yeah.
Bottom boob. Where the fuck have you been?
I was
Anyway.
dating a chick who one time surprised me with under boob, and I was like, what is happening here? Oh my God.
How did she surprise you with it? Did she like sneak
I
up
didn't-
behind you?
Well, she definitely came over, and then she took her sweater off, and there was under boob. And I was like, oh my goodness. This is the greatest day ever.
God damn. Still friends with you?
Long distance friends.
Got any photos? Never mind. Don't answer that question. Last two, this one. Spaghetti and meatballs, right? There's, spaghetti and meatballs go together very well, right? But what you are thinking this outfit is, it is not, right? So you're thinking spaghetti and meatballs, right? So the gentleman's costume is literally a pair of black pants, black t-shirt,
Sure.
and then you just carry a plate with two large novelty meatballs, which is terrible. You think that's bad? Then the woman gets involved. The woman's outfit is she is dressed up as a cardboard packet of uncooked spaghetti. So it's like not even cooked the spaghetti. It's just still in a packet. Like you get from the shop shelves. That's what she's dressed up like. That's
who's the boring couple that does that?
Who has $85 to spend, apparently, on a really
$85 for that?
$85 so you can look like a packet of uncooked spaghetti. But then this is the pièce de résistance, Mr. Hayes. Chef's kiss. Because who, if I was to tell you, right, I'm going to give you three chances. I'm pretty sure you're going to get in one, but 3 chances. If you're going to a Halloween costume as a couple, who's the hot couple right now, Mr. Hayes?
It's probably Joker and Harley Quinn.
What? No. Come on. Think
I'm
pop
so
culture,
happy
man.
to be wrong.
Pop culture.
I'm so happy to be wrong.
Who is the hot couple right now?
Oh, is it Taylor Swift and the Kelsey guy?
Yeah, Kelsey Grammer. No, Travis Kelsey.
Travis Kelsey. Although Taylor Swift and Kelsey Grammer would be the better costume.
Oh, that'd be I would want to watch that. Did you see? Did you watch the fucking football? I didn't watch the game because I can't.
I haven't seen a
can't
single
bear
game.
to bring myself to watch a fucking Kansas City Chiefs game anymore because you can't watch the fucking game because it keeps paying to her. What's her face is Patrick Mahomes' wife. Now they've got a secret handshake when someone's. It's makes you want to
Oh.
throw up. But for 71,
I understand the Mahomes' son was behind Taylor Swift and gave
he
some
deserves
dubious
fucking
reactions.
punching in the head.
I understand he's pretty controversial legality wise. We won't get
I don't
into
know
that.
about that, but
there's a Mike Fish.
oh,
Anyway, there's a photo where she's cheering. She's like, "Yay, boyfriend!" And Mahomes' little brother is standing behind her, going like, "This bitch, what is she doing up here?" Anyways, no more Taylor Swift.
wait, what? Patrick Mahomes' brother, who I can't even remember
Was somehow in her box.
guy's name. He is wondering what Taylor Swift is doing. He thinks he belongs.
He's got this very judgmental reaction behind her, just like, why is she up here?
Wow. Right. As you've always, I'm not Taylor Swift's biggest fan, and I'm sick and tired of all the goddamn coverage she's had right lately. But even that said, who the fuck does this guy think he is? Thinking he is more entitled to be in a box than fucking Taylor Swift.
And again,
I hate him before. Now I hate him even more. Oh,
you'll hate him when you hear what he did.
I'd never wished violence upon another person, but if I found out he got punched in the head, I wouldn't be sad. I wouldn't be sad. Yeah, but I'm not going to wish that on anyone. Well, what did he do? What did he do legally?
We'll talk off air. We'll talk off air. Allegedly, he's done stuff.
Allegedly. Do you need to get
He's clearly at a football game, so it's not that big of a deal. But allegedly, he did some stuff.
Show me on the door where Patrick Mahomes TikToking overzealous brother. Anyway, never mind. Anyway, yes. So this outfit, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, for $71, you can get, it's basically like just a purple sparkly dress with some tassels on it. So you don't even get like a wig or anything to make you look like Taylor Swift. But then Travis Kelce's, this is how you look like Travis Kelce, right? This is how me, who weighs $125, I can look like Travis Kelce if I want. It's literally a red t-shirt with the word Kelce written on it.
Oh, fucking hell.
And then, but at least they put some effort into it. At least the K and the C are highlighted yellow, so that's like KC, Kansas City. But still, it's just literally a red t-shirt that says his name on it. But I could do that. I could do that at home. I can get one of my $5 t-shirts from Target. Other places are available, and just get a pen and write. Oh, Ryan Reynolds. There, look at me. I'm Ryan Reynolds now.
Yep.
You tell.
You could totally do that. And let me guess, it costs $100.
$71.
Oh my god, that's still way too much. That's $70 too much.
So yeah, there you go. You can live out your dream and be Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Now I kind of want to look up what is Patrick Mahomes' brother called. I'm not going to look it up what he did.
I believe it actually just comes up in his bio now.
Patrick Mahomes' brother, Jackson.
Even Google's like, do you believe what this cunt did?
What the fuck is this? Look at him. I can see there's a picture of him. Look at he's looking at it like as if to say, what the fuck? This is my time to shine. I'm supposed to be mooching off the name of my brother, not you. A little bitch.
What a bitch.
You, Jackson Mahomes. Anyway, let's move on. Let's go to Florida.
Florida.
Where unless Lathan, do you want to chat? What you got a Halloween outfit set up for this year?
Well, this year I have the perfect outfit for Halloween. I'm going to be Snow White.
Okay.
And by that, I mean that I'll
boy.
be taking a big bite out of a candy apple and then going to bed.
Fantastic.
Sure.
I mean, it's supposed to be a poison apple if you're going to go, yeah, whatever. But yeah, don't eat poison apple.
Let's not go method. Let's
Yeah.
not go method.
By the way, I got like a new tooth put in today.
Oh no.
And I'm not. I got because I cracked my tooth. And like sometimes maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I'm British and we're scared of dentists because we, stereotypes and all. But I cracked it and I was like, well, I'll get to it. And over time, it just chipped away until I had like half a tooth. And I was like, fine, I'll go to the dentist. And by then, it was too late. And he was like, oh, that's pretty fucked up. So he had to chip away. And I got what I called not an implant. Maybe it was an implant. Is that what I call? Where it basically some guy in a lab makes a fake tooth and they just stick it in your mouth.
They screw it into your skull, buddy.
Yeah. And so I'm so used to there not being a tooth there. Now there is one. I just can't stop tonguing it.
It's because it's brand new. It's fresh. It feels weird. Gap? It's probably not completely center. So when you go back for your checkup, they'll have to drill it down just a little bit. Yeah, that happens.
I've got a screwdriver. I can do it.
No. Just let the professionals do it. It doesn't cost you anything extra at this point.
Sure, that is true. But yeah, let's go to Miami. So Miami has a little bit of a K-12 charter school in Miami Springs. Kush, translate that for me. What the fuck is a K-12 charter school? I know canines are a dog. So it's just like
it's a private school catering from kindergarten all the way up to seniors in high school.
So kindergarten to 12 years old people.
Yeah, but it's a private school. Like you gotta do something extra special or donate money to get a wing built. Rich, parents who can afford the rent for sure.
Oh well, good. That means because this involves some children being scared. So now I'm actually kind of happy this is happening because I hate rich people. Just because I'm jealous. That's true.
You are.
So some fourth graders at this K-12 charter school in Miami Springs apparently got an upsetting Halloween surprise recently when their teacher screened a movie that was like, this one's not so hot. So basically, long story short, this teacher, who isn't being named, probably because there's some legal issues involved in this one so far.
Also, she's a dumb bitch.
Well, maybe.
No.
So
she's a dumb
she
bitch.
said to these fourth graders, which are, what's fourth grade? How old are fourth graders?
9 to 10.
9 to 10. So she asked,
or 8 to 9. Excuse me, 8 to 9.
She asked these 8 to 9-year-olds, "Hey kids, let's watch a movie together. What movie would you like to watch?" And so them being kids, they were like, "Ooh, this one looks interesting. I like Winnie the Pooh." And so this teacher was like, "Okay, let's watch Winnie the Pooh together." To which she then proceeded to put on Winnie the Pooh, Honey and Blood, the horror movie that was released, I think, a couple of years ago. Was it last year or year before?
I think it was just last year even. Let me put a pause on that. So it's Winnie the Pooh for sure, but is it Honey and Blood or is it Blood and Honey? Like I didn't see it because it was like, that sounds stupid. But I am confused on the title. I can totally see this being a situation where she's looking through the catalog and she sees Winnie the Pooh, okay, and she sees Honey, ... Okay, she didn't see the rest of the title, but she saw Winnie the Pooh, Blood, ... You dumb bitch.
Yes, the title is Winnie the Pooh, semicolon, Honey and Blood. So maybe she just saw Honey.
She just saw Honey then. That's where we're gonna go with this for her sake.
Yeah. And if you're not familiar with this movie, it follows Winnie the Pooh and Piglet on a bloodthirsty rampage after Christopher Robin abandons them for college, apparently, according to the synopsis. This is what amazes me, right? So, people make mistakes. If you're not familiar with this, you see Winnie the Pooh.
I understand the movie was also not rated, so it literally just like fell into
Yeah, exactly.
this well. We're like, oh, this isn't rated. It must be a children's film. In this
So I've never
demographic,
seen
it
this.
says Winnie the Pooh.
I've never seen this. You've never seen this. However, one of the parents, Michelle Diaz, said that the film was playing for around 20 to 30 minutes before the teacher shut it off. Again, I haven't seen this movie, but I'm going to assume that you're going to get an idea pretty quickly that this isn't your old-fashioned regular Winnie the Pooh.
Mhm.
Like I've seen screenshots. This is not Winnie the Pooh. It looks like a bank robber in a weird pig mask. It looks really fucking creepy. That's Piglet, I assume, in that one.
Dig it. As the resident movie guy here of the Waffle Box podcast, I can tell you that nowadays it's traditional for the horror movie to hit you with horror immediately. Like its first 3 minutes, you guys see something grisly. They're like, "Oh, we're in a horror movie. Oh my god, Beth, what are we gonna do?" But back in the day, back in the 70s, back even in the 80s, like it would take a minute before anything horrific or grotesque, usually about 20 to 25 minutes. So if they were going back by those standards, and some independent horrors have tried to do that, I'm gonna guess this is one of them, because why would this thing be on for 20 to 30 minutes before the teacher did anything? But there's 20 minutes of nothing in this movie before the first kill.
I guess maybe. Anyway, so Michelle Diaz, his parent, said that after the students were allowed to pick a movie and they selected Blood and Honey or Honey and Blood, said it's not up for them to decide what they want. It's up to the professor to look at the content. He didn't stop the movie, even though there were kids saying, quote, "Stop the movie. We don't want to watch this anymore."
I have zero sympathy for these kids. You made your decision, you little piss ants. Now sit down and watch Winnie the Pooh kill some mofos.
Right? This is a lesson in life. You made a decision.
And
you have to live with the consequences.
And I'm sure there's been plenty of movie days where a movie was put on that was not offensive, like Winnie the Pooh, Honey and Blood, where the kids were like, "This movie fucking sucks, just in general. Please play something else." And I'm like, we don't know. We're already 20 minutes into this block of time. You can't start a new movie. Otherwise, you won't finish the new movie.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm with Lathan. I don't feel bad for the kids.
Fuck them kids.
The teacher should have been on top of this, but also, whatever. Fuck those kids.
Head teacher Vera Hirsch said, quote, "We are actively monitoring the students, and our mental health counselor and principal have already met with those students who have expressed concerns."
Come on.
Really? It's a movie. It's not real life. Deal with it. Even at 8 or 9, well, I don't know, maybe. It's 30 years ago.
Kids are a lot
Christ.
more sensitive these days. Like, I think the first time I saw Nightmare on Elm Street 3, I was like 9. And while I was scared,
Scared the shit out of me, but I didn't need
supposed to be scared.
therapy.
I definitely didn't need counseling or therapy or any of that. No, I just went like, wow, that was a thing.
Because that's the thing, from like I say, from experience, you don't need to be going to see a therapy after something like that. You got years. Trust me, you got years of building up shit to go before you really get your money's worth from therapy. If you think that's bad at 8 years old, wait till you're 38. Good Lord. Life gets fucked up, kids. Anyway.
Word up.
Word up. It's the cold word. Last one. Over to Scotland. Bonny old Scotland. Scotland.
Woo.
Oh, I was trying to do a Scottish accent the other day. I was trying to teach someone how to do a Scottish accent.
And you can do it?
Now, the best way I could explain how to do a Scottish accent is like you pre-prepare what you're going to say, and then you have to imagine you've just hit your thumb with a hammer and you're trying not to lose it.
So yeah, or maybe like you step on Lego, something like that. And so like if you're saying, "Hey, welcome to Waffle Box. My name's Mike Fish." If you like hit your thumb with the hammer and you try not to lose, welcome to Waffle Box. Hey, Mike Fish. That's the best way I could do it. It's pretty good, right?
I just do a bad Sean Connery impression and figure all Scottish people sound like that.
Oh,
Like,
money penny.
Or welcome to Waffle Box is best part of Wednesdays. The original Waffle Box. Now I'm in Liam Neeson mode.
Yes,
God
and
damn
the
it.
problem is
Sorry.
if you
The invisibility has fucked me all up.
if you're
I'm
not
gonna
good
put
at
it in
accents,
invisibility.
which I am not, but if you get too confident and get too comfortable, it's very quick before you start you get into Scottish, and then before you know it, by the end of the sentence, you're like doing a really offensive Irish accent. It's like it's a very thin line.
No. That literally just happened too. That literally just happened.
Top in the morning.
My bad.
Anyway, so no, in this young little Scottish village, around Skelmorley. There was I don't know if you saw this in the news. There was a fella.
Still doing Irish.
Fella.
Oh, fella.
Dressed up as Pennywise, who was just being weird. All right, he was just standing around like freaking people out, right? And people were always wondering what he was. Yeah, and he was apparently like people like phoning the police about it, and the police were like, "Yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's not breaking any laws.
It's very weird.
Nothing we can actually do." And then he decided to play a game, right? He started leaving clues, rhyming clues like the Riddler, right? And this all happened on Friday the 13th. Ooh, spooky dooky booky. And just long story short, people will go, "Oh my God, this clue, what are we going to find at the end of this clue, right?" And so it's the whole town was getting involved. You know, it's a mad scavenger hunt. Right, we need to find the next clue. And people find the next clue, blah, 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 blah. And after the entire day, one lucky person found what Pennywise, Scottish Pennywise, was alluding to. Right? It's a little treasure box, right? So, oh my God, what's in the treasure box? Am I going to be rich? And they opened the treasure box just to see the note saying clown and a mirror. So they was looking at themselves and it said, "You're a clown." Fantastic.
That's very funny.
It is pretty funny, right?
It's a long way to go, and it's
a very long way to go.
Pennywise, it's putting yourself in danger because
someone drunk could be like, "Fuck this shit," and beat the shit at you.
When the newest Stephen King movies came out, like 2018, 2019, pre-pandemic, there was a couple jerk-offs walking around just middle of nowhere towns, one-horse towns, and freaking out people by just standing across the street, not doing anything again, but just like I do think one of them had a knife with them. That could be urban legend now. Who knows? But you're literally inviting yourself to an ass whooping with a baseball bat. And I don't think any police officer would fucking arrest anyone for that.
Now I know no crimes were technically committed here, but I hope somebody catches this person and kicks their ass.
Right.
Who the fuck decides
Seriously.
to do some Halloween-themed shit on Friday the 13th and picks Pennywise? It's Friday the 13th, you dumb fuck. Just be Jason Voorhees.
I mean, that's a good point.
It's a good point, but if you're Jason Voorhees standing across the street from my house, I'm gonna beat your ass with a baseball bat also. So don't do it. It's bad.
Oh, could you imagine? Because Jason, that's a really easy thing to do. Because that's what you need to do to fuck with people is just leave little Bluetooth speakers around, hidden, and then just randomly start playing the.
You know what that sound is?
Is it him shuffling his feet because he's?
So it's and what that is Jason's mom telling him to kill him and cutting off the last syllable of each word. So it comes off as.
Ooh, that's a fun fact.
Just the facts, ma'am.
It is a fun fact.
Did you make that up?
No, that's a real
No.
thing. That's a if you're a fan of Friday the 13th, that's common knowledge.
Oh, now you're calling me out. Wow.
No, all right, let me. If you're a fanatic, that's common knowledge.
No, but seriously, like, even like as cynical as I am, if I'm walking around at night and I start hearing I'm like fuck this, and I'm running, like no chance. I'm not even. Nope.
That's a smart thing to do.
Nope. There you go. But I guess no one looked after him and he didn't die and got beaten up. But anyway. So yeah,
Lucky.
congratulations to him. But yeah, next time do better. Don't be Pennywise. Pennywise is weird. Just be or Freddy Krueger.
Stop trolling it. No. I'll offer a hayride.
Do you know what would be really good?
That would be good.
That'd be a really good kid's costume. You get him dressed as the guy from Saw, Jigsaw.
Okay. Yeah. Well. So, do you want to be Jigsaw or do you want to be the puppet?
The puppet. Well, I guess I would be Jigsaw, and I'd get the child to be the puppet.
Okay.
On a
fun costume.
Bicycle.
Yeah. I often think they got a child to just go in that costume and ride a tricycle into the room.
It might have been a little person, because
A little person, a 6-year-old, whoever, whatever.
well, no. If I'm casting a movie, I'm going with a little person over a 6-year-old, because
It would have to be a very
little person
skinny
would be
little
able to
person. Little
follow
people are
directions.
very thick. They're thick. They're mostly muscle, dude.
Yeah, dense.
Like
but
they are
then
dense. That's a great word.
But then 6-year-olds are thick, but in another way, the word is in they're stupid.
That is also true. But they would be skinny enough and just tall enough to be Billy the puppet.
But then,
Anyway,
if I'm casting a little person in my movie, there's a chance I get to meet Peter Dinklage, which would be pretty fucking cool.
If you could afford Peter Dinklage, that'd be awesome, bro. His day rate is insane right now.
I bet.
I think I bet it's gone down a little bit since Game of Thrones ended, but yeah, he's higher than the average dwarf. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know. He did Avengers. He was in an Avengers movie
and got paid a lot of money for that. And
so that's what I'm saying. So
guy in the movie.
See, I don't think his day rate went. Maybe, or if his day rate was dipping after Game of Thrones finished, he went straight back up again after he was in the Avengers. That's for goddamn sure.
Infinity War was 2018. It was a one-time role. He did not return for Endgame, and we haven't seen him since. He's been in some like random indie comedy as little person.
I remember watching a movie.
Have you ever seen Four Weddings and a Funeral?
No, but apparently I'm supposed to have, because it's like it's that and Notting Hill, like the British movies that you have to see if you're British, I guess.
Is it Four Weddings and a Funeral? I
might
be getting the wrong word.
Four Weddings and a Funeral was like 25 years ago. Sure.
Well, so there was a British movie where a dad died, the family came together, and then, it's a family. So dad was married to mom, but then a little person showed up and he was like, he was my lover. we spent many years together on the weekends. And he was like, and it's Peter Dinklage, who would then portray the same character in the American version, which had Martin Lawrence and a bunch of other people. It couldn't have been Four Weddings and a Funeral.
No, I'm pretty sure. Because how old is Peter Dinklage? He's 54, according to Wikipedia. So I guess he could have been in it. Let's have a look.
Peter Dinklage is in a movie about a funeral where he plays the dead man's gay lover twice. He got to reprise his role.
Why can't I just go to his fucking filmography? Wikipedia. I fucking hate Wikipedia sometimes, because sometimes I'm
go to IMDb.
Well, I'm already here now. Gee, look at that. He made his movie debut in 1995. 5.
Yeah, that was like the
okay.
train station, right? Or station master, or something about trains.
Sure, why not?
And then he was in Tiptoes, and then something else.
Okay, he wasn't in 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Death at a
Okay.
Funeral. Is that
Death
it?
at a Funeral. Death at a Funeral.
I think I might have seen that.
It's okay. They're both okay.
Marvelous. Anyway. Where the fuck did we get from that to anyway? Let's wrap this first half of the week, first half of the show up with talking about people that are achieving things with their lives, and then they get a little bit of paper that says, "You did it. Well done." And then they get forgotten about. Until now, because we highlight them on the segment that we like to call the Dumb World Record of the Week.
Sweet.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
And in my exhausting 5 minutes of research for this segment, I tried to find something Halloween. Try to find something Halloween themed for this week's Dumb World Record, and this is the best that I could come up with. So Steve Kueny, Kueny, K-U-E-N-Y, Kueny, of Lebanon, but now living in Missouri, broke the Guinness World Record for, drumroll please, furthest distance paddled in a hollowed out pumpkin.
Oh, okay. Was he in a river?
So what he did, so the pumpkin, so it was a pumpkin that you normally carve out and make a jack-o'-lantern. So there we go, Halloween.
Sure. It's got to be a big-ass pumpkin.
Well, the pumpkin that he grew himself weighed 1,208 pounds.
Fucking hell.
It's a pretty big fucking pumpkin.
A big goddamn pumpkin.
And Steve spent 11 hours paddling from Kansas City, Kansas to Napoleon, Missouri.
Okay. I don't know how far that is, but sure.
38.4 miles. This
Wow.
But that works out at roughly just over 3 miles per hour, which that's around the average speed. Isn't that like the average speed that someone walks? So how miserable were these 11 hours of him just listening, just coasting along?
No, because he's trying not to top over.
I mean, a giant pumpkin, and then you have like old people by the side passing you.
I mean, it must have been a nice casual stream, but at the same time, he's trying to keep it balanced, because if that thing tips over, it immediately fills with water, and whatever is left of the 1,100-pound pumpkin, because it's been hollowed out, sinks, and then he sinks with it. So he's doing this whole teeter-totter thing the entire time. That's like, yeah, this is an amazing story, actually, dude. I wish, as usual, I would love that we could have footage of this, but that's not in the budget.
What I'm saying, though, what I'm just thinking, little light bulb went off. Ding, ding. We was talking a couple of weeks ago about originality in horror movies. What a great opening to Halloween movie. This guy just casually streaming by down the river in a 1,200-pound hollowed out pumpkin, which capsizes, traps him inside, and he drowns. And then he returns as a zombie kind of guy, but with a pumpkin on his head.
Yeah, there's not a movie out there that exists.
And he carves out like a really spooky fucking face out the pumpkin. That's the villain. Yeah. Ooh.
Okay. Put together Jackie a treatment, sir, and I bet you get a go picture out of that.
Jackie Lantern.
Seriously, there's literally not a movie out there right now with those demographics right now. Like you would have an original horror hit on your hand, possibly for Shudder,
Wow.
maybe Tubi.
Let's not go too far. I might have an original idea, but let's not say it's called
I'm
a
not
hit
saying
yet.
you're gonna get Blumhouse, bro, but I'm gonna, you got a thing here. You got a thing here.
To start a Kickstarter. How much money do you reckon I'd need for like because obviously it's not gonna be like a $1 billion blockbuster, but how much do you reckon that for me to pull this off and make it not look hideous?
Not make it look hideous. At
Yeah,
least
I don't want it
$1
to look
million.
corny. I want it to look like half decent.
$1 million minimum, and it still might look corny.
Million.
But like, there's like
Should we just
equipment's
make it two?
expensive.
Let's make it
Sure,
$2
why
million.
not?
$2 million. $2
$2
million.
million. Why not? $2 million. Like, that equipment is expensive. The people who operate it are also expensive. You still have to write the script. You have to schedule everything out. Scenes don't go perfectly, so days run longer. If you want to film for 7 days, you might end up filming for 9 days. That's more money. It's a whole thing. But $2 million might still look a little corny, but you can do it with that.
But I have to write it as well. You have
to pay someone. If you don't write it, you have to pay someone else to write it. That's where the $2 million comes in.
How much do they earn? How much do writers earn? Are they back at work yet? Get back at work.
The writers are back at work.
Sweet.
The writers are back at work.
We'll
probably go non-union. We'll probably go non-union on this one. Don't tell nobody. This is just between you, me, and the Serb Squad.
And then I'm right by New York City. So many starving actors. Oh, fuck off with the thumbs up again. I turned this shit off. But yeah, there's so many
jealous that you get that stuff.
Starving actors in New York City. I'd be able to get them cheap. Hey, who wants to wear a pumpkin on their head for 7 hours?
Would you like some pizza to eat? All you gotta do is be in my movie. I promise. Just hit him with that, and maybe they get $40 at the end of the day. You don't tell them that part, but they'll be so elated, like, yes, cab fare. Yes, I don't have to take the subway home from New Jersey. Thank you.
I can have all the instant ramen I can eat. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, maybe you could negotiate the salary through ramen.
Pay them in ramen. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I'll just start a Kickstarter. That seems pretty easy to do. 2 million, boom. But if I do a Kickstarter for 2 million, right, and I get the 2 million,
I'm listening. And you do.
Am I legally obligated to actually follow through with this?
Yes.
So I can't just keep the 2 million and say that I made the movie.
I'm afraid not.
Dang. All right.
Plenty of people have done that, and it bites them in the ass. So don't do it. It's bad.
All right, let's come up with plan B then. Anyway, still to come on this week's Waffle Box. We got the middle of the show birthday quiz. Whose birthday is it this week? Let's find out soon. We've got Celebrity Battle Royale, minus Scorsese's new flick. Come up in movie review, plus more. So stick around if you would. We'll be right back after this short break.
Halloween's a perfect time for baking spooky cookies. Just roll out Pillsbury sugar cookies, cut, bake and decorate, then feed them to your goblins. So much fun there.
Scary.
It's now time for the middle of the show quiz.
Hey, welcome back to Waffle Box, episode 121. It's the middle of the show, so if you ask me, it's the perfect time to be the middle of the show quiz.
Of all the quizzes there is, the middle of the show is my favorite.
You got the opening, the beginning of the show quiz, or the end of the show quiz. They're all right, but middle of
the show quiz is the best quiz there is.
Because you got to make sure you're already warmed up from the beginning of the show, but if you wait to the end, you're going to be too tired. This is like prime quizzing hour. Whose birthday is it, Kush? On October the 25th.
Oh,
You gonna guess?
No, I'm
Like
not.
you would be
I'd
able to
like to
guess.
even make a sarcastic joke, but no, we can't do it.
It's Katy Perry. Katy
Ooh.
Perry.
I like the Katy Perry.
It's her 39th birthday today. Happy birthday, Katy.
Only.
And
for her.
so I have devised a quiz about Katy Perry to test your knowledge. Mr. Hayes, are
That's
you
me.
ready?
I'm ready.
Let's hit it. Okay, so we're gonna go in, normal order, I think. So let's start off with question number 1, I guess. That makes sense, right?
Sure.
Number 1.
Katy Perry was born in Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara. That makes more sense. What the fuck am I talking about? So let's start that one again. Katy Perry was born in Santa Barbara, California. In what decade did Barbara Streisand release her album Christmas Memories? Get it? Santa Barbara,
Yes, I do.
Christmas, maybe.
Fucking-
Which decade?
Jeez. Her catalog. So I'm not a big Barbara Streisand guy, but I know her catalog spans decades. Like
About
decades.
12 of them.
12 decades? Holy shit.
Yeah, she looks good for her age.
Yeah, man. 120. Can't knock it. Good. Modern science. I'm going to just say the 90s. This came out in the 90s before Mariah Carey's Christmas.
Oh, it's actually technically the 2000s, 2001. Although I think that was her
Really?
second Christmas album. I think her first one was out several decades before that. I think like
That's fascinating.
18.
And it was an actual Christmas album, not a holiday album. Because
Christmas.
she's definitely not Christian.
Christmas. Hey, sometimes you got to take that Christian money, baby.
Yeah.
Who cares? Question number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Katy Perry was not allowed to eat the cereal Lucky Charms, as the word luck reminded her mother of Lucifer.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Wow.
What did she have to call deviled eggs?
Lucky eggs?
The fucking word lucky was banned from the house, Kush. Clue was
Oh.
in the question.
I guess it's deviled eggs then? Like, deviled eggs are still deviled eggs?
Fuck me. No, angeled eggs, obviously.
Angel eggs. Oh. Well,
That would be a really bad setup to a question. So, what did she call deviled eggs? Deviled eggs, yeah, that's right. What did she call vacuum cleaners? Vacuum cleaners, yeah, vacuum cleaners, yeah. What did she call the washing machine? Washing machine? Yes, she just called everything things they normally do. Anyway. Question number 3.
Number 3.
Remember, I'm invisible. I can sneak up on
Yeah, I
your
was
ass.
gonna say, like, normally when I go off on a little tangent like that, I can always gauge, like, hey, is this going well? Should I carry on? By your face, because I can see if you're laughing or not. Now I have no fucking idea. You could be really pissed off at what I'm saying right now. You could be like, fuck this guy. Number 3. Katy Perry released the album Teenage Dream in 2010.
Okay.
What is it meant to mean when you dream about your teeth falling out?
You need to see a dentist.
I mean,
What? That's
what-
what it means.
no, it doesn't.
That's
I mean,
literally in psychiatric.
if your teeth start falling out in real life, then yeah, go see the dentist. But no, if you're dreaming about your teeth falling
your
out,
subconscious saying you need to go see a dentist, fool.
according to this, it's anxiety about your appearance or fear of rejection. Science,
Oh.
Kush. Science.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Yeah.
Question number 4.
Number 4.
You're doing well
I'm
so
doing
far.
so well here. Oh, am I? I don't believe
No.
that.
No, you don't. Katy Perry's 4th album was named prism.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
In any order, can you name all the colors of the rainbow in... Oh, I did put in the correct order, but fuck it. This is in any order. Go for it.
Yeah, sure. Red, orange, yellow, blue, green, purple, black. I just added black because why not? Because inclusivity. What?
No. Black
What?
isn't a color.
Fuck you.
Neither is white. Come on,
I didn't
science,
say
man.
white.
I know
I
you
almost
didn't,
said
but
white.
because what is white?
Those are your hangups.
White is every color, and black is the non-existence of color. So, but no, you said I'll let you off with purple. But it's actually red and orange and yellow and green and blue and indigo and violet.
Indigo and violet. Where are you getting these colors from, sir?
Science.
No, this isn't science. This is some
Purple and
13-year-old
black.
girl.
How many rainbows have you seen with black?
Yeah, quite a few, actually. You're not in San Francisco. All the rainbows have black in them these days, and brown.
That's when you need some happy pills. Oh, look at the black rainbow. It's black like my life. Black like my heart.
No more glasses.
Question number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
This might be the greatest question I've ever come up with. Katy Perry was voted sexiest woman by Men's Health in 2013.
Okay.
Speaking of Men's Health, at what age is it recommended that men get their first colonoscopy?
Oh, like 45.
Hey, you got that one right. But unfortunately, Kush, on your Katy Perry birthday quiz, with a score of 1 out of 5, you are officially a loser.
You lose.
Don't like to see that. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Wonder
You
if
ever see an invisible man blush?
or cry. Do you reckon you could? Can you
cry.
see? I wonder if. So, what makes an invisible person invisible? Like, if you cut them, can you see their blood?
Yes.
So it's just this. So it's just the skin that's invisible.
The skin is invisible, but
So then you should be able to see all the guts and stuff and bones.
No. The guts are invisible. The bones are invisible.
So
but
why is the
if
blood
I
not
wasn't
invisible?
Shut up. If I wasn't wearing this tank top right now, you could see the liquid I was ingesting a minute ago. It's very unpleasant. I've lost about 5 pounds this week because it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant to see what you're digesting. When I do smoke weed, I see a lot of shit in my lungs. It's bad. It's not enjoyable. This is wildly overrated.
Can you
Again, I
see?
still like seeing free movies for free.
Can you see the shit in your colon? So you can look down and judge. Oh, yep, better go soon. That's filling up.
No. Can't see inside my colon, but I can see. No, actually, I can't even see what's coming out of my colon. The waste is.
What, your poop's invisible too?
Poop and pee is invisible, which make things awkward.
Okay, fair enough. Them's the rules, I guess. Anyway, it's now time for us to pit 4 celebrities against one another and find out which one will survive as the grand champion in this week's Celebrity Battle Royale.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah. Woo. So yeah, this is nice and simple. I'm going to give Kush 4 celebrities that are connected in some which way. And he has to determine in which order they're eliminated from the Battle Royal and how, and who will be the eventual winner. Obviously, with this being Halloween, naturally I thought, oh, I'll do a Halloween one, but I think I did like a Halloween one like a couple of weeks ago, like an idiot, where I think Pennywise won, I can't remember. So I couldn't rehash that one. So I just went, what's the next best thing? Anchorman characters, of course.
Oh, fun.
So we've got the main news team here. Something's happened. They're all upset with each other. And they're all going to get into a big fight. Maybe, at one of those parties, they've had too much to drink. You know how it goes.
Sure.
And they're fighting over the love of a lady, maybe. Maybe they're all fighting over Veronica Cornerstone. So you have to decide in which order they're eliminated and who's going to win as we pit Ron Burgundy versus Brian Fantana versus Champ Kind versus Brick Tamland. Kush, take it away.
Brock is Brick.
Brock
the Weatherman.
Tamland.
Brick the Weatherman is taken out by Brock. Brock Fantana. Brock Fantana.
Brian Fantana.
Is it Brian Fantana?
Jesus.
Yes. Look, man, I'm invisible. It's literally hard for me to write stuff down these days, and I'm having a lot to process these days, Mike. I don't know if you're fathoming
Like
that.
invisible
I'm fucking
shit,
invisible,
apparently.
dude. Like invisible shits. Okay, everything is new here, dude. You got to give me a minute on this. So, Steve Carell is.
So is it still invisible as it exits your body?
Yes.
So you don't. So
Yes, and
so you don't have to clean up after yourself, really?
no, because it still smells.
I mean, yeah, you flush it, but like if you just you have some like
No.
explosive
when
diarrhea.
When we weren't invisible, we were one of the hairiest men just under Robin Williams, and then after he died, everybody went up one. But again, there's an old joke. Eddie Murphy told it on his comedy special Delirious. Once upon a time, a bear was standing next to a rabbit as they were.
This is one of my favorite jokes.
He went, "Excuse me, Mr. Rabbit. Do you have a problem with shit sticking to your fur?" The rabbit went, "No, Mr. Bear, not at all." And then the bear took the rabbit and wiped his ass with it. I have that problem. So thankfully we have a bidet here at Casa de Hayes. So it's not a huge deal. But yeah, man, like taking a shit is still a problem. All right, and we don't wipe. Huge problem. So anyways, yeah, man. Fucking so Steve Carell is murdered by Ant-Man. Ant-Man is murdered by Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell is murdered by Champ Kind because he is the dominant aggressor. He's only been he's the alpha. He's
the sports guy. He knows how to handle a baseball bat. Whammy!
He is weapons trained, sir. And unfortunately, he's only shown love and respect to Will Ferrell's character, Ron Burgundy, but Ron's not shown respect, and this is life and death. And yeah, well, Champ Kind is going for his. So Champ Kind is the winner here. I know y'all didn't see that coming.
Hey, neither did she, apparently, because I'm assuming your jizz is invisible as well.
Skeet, skeet, skeet. Shh.
To the windows, to the walls, to the sweat drops off my invisible
I guess
walls.
it's sheet. I guess it's sheet.
Anyway,
uncomfortable nudity.
There you go. All right, let's paddle our way along like a man in a 1,200-pound hollowed out pumpkin. Move this show right along to a segment that we like to talk about. Kush likes to review a movie. In this week's Kush's movie review.
Kush's movie review.
Yeah, just talk over the jingle. Jesus. Oh. You know, after 121 episodes.
Look, man, I've
before
got
we
the
had this down.
most unique disability here that has ever been a disability in California. All right, I am invisible.
Well,
I'm going to
yeah,
be
so
like a dog and a monkey.
So does it affect your hearing?
And maybe a llama. Yes, it might affect my hearing.
It might. You don't even know.
It might.
So you know for a fact.
I've been invisible for a week. Leave me alone.
Whatever. Yeah. So, hey everyone, welcome to Kush's movie review on the Waffle Box YouTube channel. If this is watching the standalone version, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that little ding-ling-ling-ling bell, so you get notifications. You get a warm, fuzzy, tingling feeling inside. Trust me, I was there once in your shoes, and then I pressed that button. My life changed forever. Anyway, this week, since it is spooky season, oh boy, Martin Scorsese has thought, you know what? Let's scare some people by making a movie that is roughly, I mean, I could look it up, tap, 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 tap. According to Wikipedia, this movie is about 16 hours long, and it is Killers of the Flower Moon, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and probably his next ex-girlfriend. Kush. Tell us about this little movie.
We are talking about Killers of the Flower Moon. It is a rated R extravaganza. It is 3 hours and 26 minutes. So, therefore, if our review for Taylor Swift's concert last week was an hour, this is going to be an hour and a half. That's just science, people. I'm just kidding. I'm going to try and keep it shorter than that. This is directed by Mr. Martin Scorsese, who, through most people's eyes, can do no wrong. It is written by not only him, but a gentleman named Eric Roth, and it's based off a book by the same name, by a gentleman named David Gran. That's 2 N's. Starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, and I guarantee it, Lily Gladstone will get a Best Female nomination at the Little Trophy Awards ceremony in March, assuming that actually happens in 2024. What's it about? It is a long, convoluted story about how the white man fucked over a bunch of Native Americans, and this isn't like a lot of. It's definitely violent, but it's not like barbaric. It's not like shit that happened in the Civil War. It's not like shit that happened when we were colonizing this fair country that you and I are both currently sitting on. It's a
Thanksgiving celebration.
Could be a Thanksgiving celebration, depending on which side you're on, which side of the table you're on. But basically, this is a long con. Robert De Niro has somehow charismatically captured everybody's hearts and souls. That's white people and the Native Americans as well. And, there are situations where people of the tribe are getting picked off every day. Sometimes it's by gunfire, sometimes it's by brutalization, sometimes it's just simply by poison. However, none of them suspect Robert De Niro's behind all of it. And they're all like, thank you, brother Robert De Niro. You are a wise ally to our tribe here, whereas every other white man is out for us and our money. Where's all this money coming from, by the way? Once upon a time, when there was no oil fields, one day oil just started shooting out of the ground. After this, one Native American tribe just like, yeah, we're fucked. White people are invading our space. They're taking every bit of land we got. And the generation after this, those children are going to start assimilating to their lifestyle and no longer ours. As I said, oil all of a sudden starts shooting out of the ground. And guess what? This one Native American tribe gets millions and millions and millions of dollars. And this is 19th century money we're talking about here. Like there's a lot of money happening here.
That's some folding money.
There's lots of folding money to the point where they're like, hey, we don't have to live in this tent made out of canvas anymore. We can actually like build a house. That shit would be pretty awesome. Oh, wouldn't it be great if we had a car? You know, it'd be better than having a car. Having a white guy driving us around in a car. That'd be pretty fucking fantastic. Hey, let's adjust to the modern times. Let's wear some westernized clothing. And you know what? For a small time being, these folks are very comfortable with their excess and their wealth. And shit, why shouldn't they have been? Here's the problem. Robert De Niro sees all this money. He's like, I'm going to take all this money, but I'm not going to do it all overnight. Do it just a little bit at a time here. And he's got some like crazy fucking schemes where like he befriends one guy who's melancholy, as would be the medical diagnosis at the time, but he's a drunk and he's suicidal and possibly bipolar. And so he's like, oh, this is the perfect person to put a life insurance policy on for $20,000. And when he dies, which I will arrange, by the way, being Robert De Niro, as I do that, I'm going to collect all that money. And these are little cons that he has going on through the whole thing. He's got another con going on where he's singled out this one family, and he's got one of his nephews, might even have been his son, where he's like, I want you to fucking seduce and romance that lady there. Oh, she's dead now? That sucks. You're now going to inherit all of her cash because that's what last will and testaments are for. Now, seduce and romance her sister, and we'll do it all over again. I don't even know if the son / nephew is involved in this. Like, maybe he's like, yeah, Uncle says I should romance this lady here. Why not,
ladies?
Why not? Also, I don't like being broke, so yeah, she still got money. That means I got more money, and it goes on from there. Leonardo DiCaprio is a former World War I soldier, or maybe he was in World War II. Honestly, the timeline here was not very obvious for me. They have cars, they have radios, so it's that timeline. Meets up with his uncle Robert De Niro, and he's like, "Yeah, you can call me Uncle Robert, or everyone else here calls me King. Maybe you should call me King." And it's a whole weird thing, but he's like, "Yeah, I want you to start driving for this one lady over here," and he starts driving for her, and they're getting along, and sure enough, old Uncle Robert De Niro goes like, "Now I want you to marry her," and he's like, "All right, like she's kind of cute, and I do like money." By the way, that's a phrase that gets said in this movie a lot. I like money, especially by Leonardo DiCaprio, and sure enough, he
sounds like an
romances
episode of
this woman.
Storage Wars. Money,
Kind of. You're not wrong.
money.
You were not wrong. So, anyways, this whole thing is a long con. And for 3.5 hours, we see this shit play out. Things, of course, go sideways. For some reason, Miss Lily Gladstone's character is a diabetic. Apparently, the Native American diet is so concentrated that when Westerners start coming over and like introducing things like pastries, well, obviously the shit is good, but she eats way too much of it, and all of a sudden gathers the diabetes. Like it's an embarrassing rate of how she gathers this pointless. Like, really, you ate 3 years worth of donuts and now you got diabetes? What the fuck, bitch? Like, what's wrong with you? Apparently, a lot, unfortunately. She is one of 5 people in the world that's getting insulin treatments. And I don't want to carry it further than that just for spoilers. But again, this is 3.5 hours. It's a very long, slow burn. And while I liked the way they ended it, the way they do end it, I went like, guys, we could have chopped out a whole hour of this movie and you could have still had that same fucking ending. Okay.
I mean, you don't have to confirm or deny, obviously, spoilers. But I'm hoping at some point, the Robert De Niro gets his comeuppance.
Kind of.
Kind of.
I mean, without giving away spoilers, sure, kind of. there, even with
Is it going to be one of those
murder,
movies where I'm like, if I sit there for 3.5 hours and see the white man be a dick to the natives, and I'm like sitting there like, oh, for fuck's sake, this is I feel bad. But hey, this is a
that's the thing.
movie.
It's
This is Hollywood. He's going to get his comeuppance, so I'm going to sit here and enjoy it. And then he kind of doesn't, and I feel awkward for watching it.
no, I don't think you'll feel awkward for watching it. God damn these
I'll
glasses.
probably fall asleep before the end of it.
You might. Not impossible, especially if you're at home. Not impossible. You'll see a couple instances of white people acting like dickheads. However, Robert De Niro comes in and he's like, "Hey, hey, hey, white person. Hey, fellow white person. Why are you being a dickhead to my red friend here? Don't do that. Don't do it. It's bad." All right. But then Robert De Niro goes around and just it's more, there's more two-facedisms happening here than there is just white people being bad. If you follow me.
Is it as good as Django Unchained?
No.
No.
I mean, it's a spectacular movie. It's 3.5 hours. Again, I feel like you could cut an hour out of this and it would be okay, and we wouldn't lose any depth to it. What else did I want to say? Robert De Niro, excuse me, Martin Scorsese is an 80-year-old man, and I don't know if his faculties are all still there. Maybe that's unfair to say. However, there's a couple minutes of scenes here. I'm like, this is a brand new thing I've never seen before in my life. I sincerely appreciate you displaying it, exhibiting it on the big screen here. Like, there's a field fire going on, and you just see silhouettes of people trying to put it out with like hose and rakes, and it's great looking goddamn scene. Okay, would I recommend you seeing this in the theater? No, no, no. Lots of people are saying like, we need intermissions these days, and god damn it, I'm gonna have to go use the bathroom. I went to the bathroom twice during this. I maybe missed 5 to 7 minutes, but then I used my goddamn brain and I put together the scenes that I missed. Ooh. And I had no problem following anything. It just, I'm seeing this comment a lot. And again, movies are too goddamn long these days. We don't need them. It's getting to the point where people are repeatedly going, really, the same people, I really wish we could have an intermission. And it's just like, dude, this movie is already 3.5 hours
until it comes out
long.
and you can press the pause button.
This movie is already 3.5 hours long. It is also an extra 20 to 25 minutes longer because of movie trailers and commercials. And now you want to add an intermission to that?
Which is going to be at least 15 minutes, if not
at least 15 minutes, which delays it that much longer. Oh, by the way, before the next screening starts, the theater staff has to clean that. So now that we're talking like a 5-hour block for this one movie, okay?
Yeah, way to go, Martin Scorsese.
Not happening.
Dick.
No, this isn't a Martin Scorsese being a dick thing here. This is just people are being unrealistic. All right, like you don't have to see the 3.5-hour movie in the theater. This is a co-production of Paramount and Apple TV.
Ooh.
So I have no doubt that before Christmas time, this will be on streaming. Okay.
So who's going to get it? Are they going to do rock, paper,
probably
scissors?
Both of them.
Is it going to be on Apple TV or Paramount Plus?
Probably both.
Oh, that's
honestly
boring.
Probably both. It doesn't have
I'd rather see them.
It just has to be the rights negotiated.
I want to see whoever's in charge of Apple now. I can't remember his name. Steve Apple, whatever his name is.
Steve Apple.
And the guy who runs Paramount, who is Dave, I guess.
Dave Paramount.
Steve Apple, Dave at Paramount. You know, money celebrity boxing matches for the rights to this streaming. That's what we need to see.
Yeah. No one gives a shit about that anymore, dude. I'm telling you, this at best, this will be on both streaming platforms at the same time.
I want to see a fight.
All right, well, you want to see a fight. But guess what? For whatever reason, Avatar 2 was not only on HBO Max, now Max, and Disney Plus at the same time. I see no reason for this to be any different. So Anyways, it's not a bad movie. Do I want to see it again? No, I fucking don't. Is this on the same level of Goodfellas? What do you mean by that? Do you mean like if I see this come on regular TV, do I just throw away the remote and watch whatever is left, where regardless of where it started? No, that does not happen. Unlike Goodfellas, where it doesn't matter if we're 15 minutes into it or 45 minutes to it. If I see Goodfellas just on randomly, throw the remote behind me and take out the batteries, and I watch the end of the feature. Um, again, so
Something
having said
magical
that,
about that,
it
by
is a
the way.
good. I mean, very few movies can say that they have that effect over people.
It's something
know,
about because like, there's sometimes I'll be maybe flicking through. I haven't seen this movie for ages, and it's like 30 minutes in. I could easily probably find it on a streaming platform, watch it, but it's that nah,
It might even be on
I
your
want to finish
DVD
this.
shelf.
I want to finish. It's like
Yeah.
something. Maybe it's old school. Maybe it's takes us back to our youth. No, I want to see it on TV. I want to be annoyed by how many commercials there are.
No, if we're in a situation where there's just so many goddamn, I mean, I guess it depends on how much weed I smoke too. But yeah, more times than not, if something's on TNT, I'll just watch till the next commercial. But if like it's on HBO proper, Cinemax, the movie channel, whatever, like if I see again, take the batteries out of the remote, throw the remote behind you, and just watch the rest of the feature. This is not that movie.
I mean, you don't have to take the batteries out. It just seems very like you're just making extra work for
That's just how
yourself.
committed I am. That's just how committed I am, Mr. Mike Fish. So
I throw it out a window.
And throw it out the window. But
I go to the backyard. I dig a 6-foot hole and I throw that remote control right in there.
You
And
don't
I
want
bury
it
it.
to smell. You don't want it to smell. So I saw a lot of people go like, is this gonna make me mad just seeing a bunch of white people fuck over a bunch of Indians? Uh, Native Americans. By the way, Indian gets thrown out a lot. If you get offended by the term Indian, it only gets thrown out in this movie. They don't call them indigenous people. They don't call them Native Americans. They don't call them people of the land. Very few times do they actually mention the actual proper name of the tribe, which I have neglected to remember. That makes me a terrible invisible man.
Yeah.
However, don't go see the movie then. Again, this is a slow burn. At one point, Leonardo DiCaprio is slowly poisoning his wife, which he has conflicts about. Like, but I kind of love her. Like, shut up, stupid.
She's almost
45
21.
minutes.
She has to go. She's too old for me.
Oh, she's definitely a lot older than 21, but I get the joke. I get the joke.
Appreciate it.
Anyways, 1 hour and 10 minutes shorter than our review last week. Thank you guys for indulging us with that. That was not a normal movie, so therefore it was not a normal movie review. This is a normal movie, therefore it's a normal movie review. 3 out of 5. If you like Martin Scorsese, you're most likely going to see this and you're going to dissect it all with a fine-tooth comb. Wildly unnecessary, but you'll do it anyways. But it tells the story it's supposed to tell. Again, I feel like we could cut an hour out of it, especially the way with it ends. I like the ending. Again, I really like the ending. What it is, I'm not going to tell you guys, but the way they ended it, could have just slapped that on at the end of hour 2 and save everybody a lot of time. Guess what? Hey, Hollywood, since you got a strike, it's currently in the works here, and you want to make more movies, and you want to keep making 3 hour and a half features, guess what? Release it as a 2-hour movie in the theater, and then when it's time for streaming, offer up that special cut where there's an extra hour and a half of footage. Do you believe that? It only costs an extra $2 to rent. There, I just made you motherfuckers some more money. Shut up.
I love the fact that technically I could see, but I couldn't see. Like I could tell that you were doing the bunny air quotes, but your fingers are invisible.
Yeah, man.
Kind of made me chuckle.
Very visual episode today.
Kind of made me.
We've been doing a lot of work with. We're doing a lot of hand motions today.
Cool. I'll take your word for it. Invisible Man.
Killers of the Flower Moon. 3 out of 5. I wish it could be more, but no, it's just too goddamn long. It's just too goddamn long. That doesn't mean it's not a good movie. It's just too goddamn long.
That's what she said. Anyway,
that's what's up.
Let's wrap this week's show up as we always do by giving you the warm, fuzzy feelings inside. What?
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's get it on. With this week's feel-good story of the week.
It's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
So, you're like, so, no, I was just trying to work like, so if you, because you're invisible and you can't see yourself, you can't shave, but so how do you know how much is the hair, the facial hair invisible?
Oh, shaving is a problem. So, well, attempting to shave is a problem, but because no one can see us, yeah, we kind of got like just it's full beard. It's not bad, it's a little itchy, but we're getting through that. Yeah. Also, we're not shaving all of this, so yeah, that's a lot growing out too, and that's it. It is what it is, man. It's hard. Again, as I demonstrated earlier today when I was doing the helicopter thing, like my depth of perception is wrong, so I'm constantly just knocking things over. Like, that was just a bottle of water I wanted to pick up and drink, but now I can't.
It wasn't a child. Don't worry, it wasn't a small child.
Thankfully, it's not a child. Thankfully, no children are here.
But so if you were say in a skateboarding accident,
well, I wouldn't be on a skateboard, but I hear.
And you broke your ankle to such a degree that the bone popped out of the leg, would you be able to see the bone?
No.
Why not?
Because the bone's invisible too.
How? Like what?
Gamma radiation.
Fuck you. It's always gamma radiation with you. It's your answer for everything. Anyway. Let's talk about... So a Boston woman running in the Chicago Marathon.
Fascinating.
Sure. So this marathon runner stopped at mile 21 to rescue a kitten and even ended up finding the feline a new home along the route. So Sarah Bohan said that she was nearing a personal marathon record when she spotted the cowering kitten about 5 miles from the finishing line. She said, quote, "It had to be all of 1 pound. The fur was all matted and something clicked. And I was like, this is more important." And I remember in the back of my mind being like, she says like a lot, "Your personal record is going to go out the window. You aren't going to make it." But it was just an instinct. Sarah said that she carried the kitten for about a mile alongside fellow runner Gia Negro. Trying to get me in trouble after the last segment.
She's
Jesus.
Spanish.
Yeah, but still.
She's Spanish.
I'm not
Gia
Negro. Yeah, anyway. Gia.
There's a word.
African American.
There's a word.
Until they encountered some spectators who were excited to give the kitten a new home. She finished the race with a time of 3 hours, 31 minutes, and 13 seconds. A time, Sarah said, she was happy with, even though it wasn't a personal record.
Oh, God. How many fucking times does she need to drop in that little nugget that she sacrificed beating her personal best time to save this kitten? You know she's going to tell this story on every first date she ever has, because let's be honest, she's not having any second dates.
Damn.
As a matter of fact, I bet that she gets this written on her gravestone. Here lies Sarah Bohan, loving daughter that saved a kitten and missed out on beating her personal best time at the Chicago Marathon. Like that's even a real thing. After the London Marathon, New York, and maybe the Boston one, nobody gives a shit that you ran a long distance. Good Lord, I need a drink.
Jesus.
Not only do I agree with Lathan, but I'm going to add there's not going to be too many first dates, unfortunately. Also. But every one that she has, that's coming up.
But yeah, it's like there's so many quotations from her. Like it's every bit. Yeah, I saved a cat. Oh, but if it wasn't for this cat, I would have totally beat my personal record. But you know, I didn't. But I could have. I just didn't. I just chose not to. But I could have. Just want you to know that I could have. Sarah Bohan, who has 2 cats of her own, was appropriately running for Team Paws Chicago, which raises funds for No Kill Shelter Paws Chicago. That's a good bit. So Sarah's a little bit full of herself and kind of annoying. However, I guess it was nice that she found it. You know, or maybe unless a couple of miles back there was like this little kid. So, has anyone seen my kitten? I lost my kitten. And Sarah's just fucked off with it. Just giving it away to someone else. Like she's authority.
She's running off with it. Ah. Stop that woman. Number 1168.
She's been like handcuffed and taken away for stealing a cat. I can't paint my personal record. I didn't. But no, shout out to No Kill Shelters, by the way. They're the best. But I think, have I mentioned that before on this? Like, why the fuck is there why are there kill shelters? Like, surely if you're going to open up a cat shelter or a dog shelter, you're doing that because you like cats or dogs. Why would you willingly kill them?
Down humanely. The objective is to do it humanely and not ruthlessly. But death is still involved, unfortunately, and they would like you to adopt them before it gets to that point. But guess what? Not everyone is in a position to adopt as many pets as there are available in the United States of America.
If you haven't got the facilities, don't do it. Don't fucking like. So if this may be controversial, but if you're watching this, and I doubt you are, and you own a kill shelter, that's for you.
Okay.
And listen to your.
Well, this is why the late Bob Barker was always asking
I flipped
you
the
to spay or
bird.
neuter your pets. Yeah, you did. You did. Very brave. Very. Oh, 2 of them now. Look at that.
One for the cats, one for the dogs. For the homies.
Oh.
And yeah, there you go. If you go to on our X account or Twitter account, whatever, at Wafflebox, and go to the like section, I got a little clicky happy, and I've just been liking a bunch of videos with animals in, and there is an adorable video, right, of this monkey. I don't know what type of monkey or ape or whatever it was.
Is it a smoking monkey?
No, it wasn't a smoking monkey. But it was just chilling out, and it saw this little kitten, and it starts like stroking the kitten, like playing with, and then he starts like grooming it, and then the kitten kind of snuggles in, and they just kind of hang out together. It's like it's like, oh my god,
that's cute.
I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I want a pet monkey. They are amazing.
Oh.
And just before anyone says it's inhumane, I wouldn't. It would technically be my pet, but no, it would be my roommate. Like we would have fun together. We would watch a game together. We would hang out.
This monkey would love the Three Stooges. I feel like it would introduce you to the Three Stooges. By the way, there's 4 of them, but you would still love all 4 of them, including Shemp. Yeah, I would. The Surf Squad might get mad at me for this, but yes, I would also encourage you to teach it to smoke.
I mean, it'd be, unfortunately, because I'm not.
My favorite part of The Hangover 2 is the drug dealing cigarette smoking monkey wearing the Rolling Stones denim jacket, denim vest.
If you was able to adopt a monkey, what would you name your monkey?
Ooh, Tiberius. I was going to name my child Tiberius, but since I'm not having children now, yeah, Tiberius the monkey.
Nice. Anyway.
All right.
I didn't know
these
where I was
clothes
going with
are
that
getting
bit.
very constrictive for me. That's fine. That's all right. We're going to just, don't worry about us here.
Marvin. Marvin the monkey? That'd be pretty fun. Anyway.
Marvin the monkey? Very nice.
That brings, because she's stripping off. That brings us close to another episode of Waffle Box. I've been Mike Fish. He's been Kush, because we do other podcasts. You could make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the follow button wherever you're at. I don't know. On Facebook and Instagram, it's Waffle Box Pod. On Twitter or X, it's Waffle Box. If you listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you can watch the video version. You can see our sexy selves. Well, except this week you can't, because Kush is invisible. And hopefully he'll be back next week, but we'll see. If you are watching the video version, you're like, good lord, that British person with the fantastic facial hair and that Waffle Box beanie hat that you can get at wafflemerch.com. It's just too sexy for me. You can always listen to the audio-only version on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Kush, I know you've had a trying week this week with the becoming invisible. Is there any microdose available this week? New microdose?
There will be a new microdose this Friday. Old friend of the family, Madeline Costner, aka DVD Box Set, will be making her return after
She relates to Kevin.
Who knows how long? I'm sorry?
She related to Kevin.
I don't know what that means.
You said, what was her name?
Madeline Costner.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Kevin.
No,
Yeah.
they're not related. Ha 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 ha.
Call yourself a movie guy. You know, Kevin Costner was Waterworld.
Yes, great goddamn movie. FYI.
Dancing with Wolves. Was he using Dancing with Wolves?
I've seen Dancing with Wolves. Yes, I saw that in the theater. Anyways,
and
Madeline
that
Costner's
movie
coming back.
about the ghosts playing baseball.
If you miss your daddy, that's a good movie. So, Microdose returning this week. Madeline Costner DVD box set. Talking horror movies because of spooky movie season. And there you go.
Marvelous.
I'm waving at you guys, but you can't see me. Ooh.
Anyway,
apparently I'm making that one medallion reflect a lot. Ooh, that's fun.
Marvelous. If you put the medallion on, does that become invisible? No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't, because I'm wearing it at that point.
Yeah, of course, that makes much sense. It's a good night from me. It's a good night from Kush Lathan. Say good night to these wonderful people.
Good night, everyone. See you all in November when Mariah Carey comes out of her cave and reminds us that all she wants for Christmas is you.
Marvelous. That's it's gonna be.
Can't wait. I love this time of year.
I think we're gonna have to power rank Christmas songs at some point. Obviously not next
Mariah
week.
Carey is all I want for Christmas is number one.
No, that is the wrong answer. That is the wrong answer.
It's the correct. You are wrong.
It's wrong. It's wrong. Anyway, until next week, take care of yourselves and each other.
That's all, folks.